What's up, everybody? What we're going to talk about in this video is why your offer isn't selling. And more importantly, how do I sign up more clients? Okay. So what I want each and everybody to understand is that a lot of the offers that I'm seeing as of lately are essentially a red ocean. What I mean by red ocean is that if you guys get on Facebook, if you get on Instagram, if you get on TikTok, whatever social media platform you get on, you usually are hit with ads that essentially are saying the exact same thing. And what's happening is it's becoming harder and harder to differentiate yourself in the marketplace. And you got to think years ago when, digital, or not digital marketing, but coaching in general first came into the place. So if you guys have been around for a while, coaching and consulting started probably about in like 2017, 2018, maybe a little bit before that. But like the OGs, for anybody that remember, was like Sam Ovens, Ty Lopez. These were kind of like the, Billie Jean, I guess you could say. These were some of the OGs when it came to, coaching or consulting or digital marketing. And at the time when they started, it was essentially a birth of a new market that previously didn't exist. So for example, now you guys can think of like AI. Like AI didn't exist 4 years ago or even 2 years ago. Maybe it did a little bit, but not to the extent that it did today. So what's happening is we're seeing the market become more and more sophisticated with a lot of the offers that are out there. And the one thing that I want you guys to understand from this video is if you are trying to compete with what everybody else is saying, you're going to compete on price. Like you're going to compete on price, or you have to compete on you being the best. So one of the things that I tell people is you are the cheapest or you are the most expensive. That's it. Because if you're trying to play in the middle of the ground and having the same offer and the same thing as everybody else, you guys are going to get crushed. Okay. So I took this online. I can't remember who created it, but essentially what it is, it shows the level of market sophistication in comparison to the time, amount, and quality of the buying experiences. So even for myself, guys, like, I'm a coach and I help coaches scale with paid ads. What I'm seeing now, and I'm sure you guys are as well, is like, I'll personally guarantee you, I'll personally guarantee you 10 high ticket clients in 30 days, all, get you a Lambo in 7 days or less. Like the claims are just so ridiculous now that what's happening is it's essentially creating some skepticism in the marketplace, right? It's creating a lot of skepticism. And the problem with that is that a lot of people aren't actually being able to help themselves or get help because everybody's saying the same thing. So what you guys need to do is, if you're understanding this or you're in this place right now, is a lot of your audience or even you working with me are probably in level 5. Like there is an extreme amount of skepticism. Most of you have probably, like, let me go back up. There's extreme skepticism. Most of you have probably, I can't spell, have probably hired, 2 to 3 quote unquote business coaches before, and you're still not to where you want to be. So obviously there's going to be an increased skepticism, and you feel like that what is out there isn't necessarily the solution to your problems, your needs, your goals. So if you guys are watching this, this applies to your business as well as my business, that there's only a couple things that you can do, which is you can make the claim bigger than your competition. So you'll see that now, which is like, I'll guarantee you 30 high ticket clients, or you don't pay and I'll pay you, and just crazy stuff. And to me, that's not necessarily a way to run a business, because what's going to happen is the guarantees are going to get crazier. The clients aren't going to have a good experience because they're trying to hard sell you into a program, and it just leaves a nasty taste in your mouth. So for me, and what I would like you guys to do is really, instead of like making the claim bigger or making the program, more special is really figure out a way that you can come at the marketplace from a new angle. Okay. So what is a new angle or a new opportunity that people are struggling with? So what I'm seeing in the marketplace right now is obviously a lot of people are struggling with, they're still struggling with Instagram. Okay. Instagram growth, but more so not just growth, but clients. Okay. Instagram growth plus clients. So for me, the unique strategy that I see that I'm really trying to leverage and help people is really going back to what made me millions of dollars before, which is authentic attraction, right? Authentic attraction. And what I'm seeing is that a lot of just normal paid ad strategies don't necessarily work anymore because people need to know, like, and trust you. And I used to do this years ago by having a free Facebook group, but I think the opportunity now is we're seeing more YouTube, right? So years ago, what I used to do is I would do ad. So I had two different things, but a lot of times it was ad to free FB group to paying client. Okay. And that worked really well for the longest time. Now, what I believe is the way to grow your business, and this is just my personal preference, you can do whatever you want to it, is either, organic plus ads. And I don't like a free community. I just don't, because you're going to get a lot of people that aren't qualified. Is kind of having a tiered tiered level of coaching, or let's say tiered level of product or coaching. So this is essentially, like, I like to call it the Annie Ann's pretzel model. You have to give them something. Okay. So what I like to do is, this is how I see it. So lead magnet, training, VSL, something. All right. Paid product. Here, let me actually make an arrow so it looks nice and clean for you guys. Lead magnet, paid training, lead magnet or training. And then we go into lead magnet training. I should have done this on something else. Into a paid product or paid community. Okay. Now for this, I would say prices can be anywhere from like $47 to, maybe $297. And what you can do too is you could do lead magnet to paid product to paid community. So actually, let's do that. So paid product for, let's say, $47 to paid community, which is like, let's say, $297, and then $297 into high ticket. This to me makes the most sense from a business model right now. Now, I know you're probably going to say, well, I don't want to make 3 offers or 4 offers or 5 offers. And I totally understand. But you also have to take into consideration there is so much skepticism in the marketplace that my goal is to get you to know, like, and trust me to pay me more money. That's it. And how do I do that? I give you a taste of what it's like to work together. All right? And what I'm doing too is, the problem with a lot of high-ticket coaching programs is they're trying to solve way too many problems way too quickly. So what I mean by that is, my goal is you pay me money, I solve one problem. Okay? You pay me more money, guess what? I solve the next problem, right? And so on and so on. So for example, first problem that you have is that you can't grow on Instagram or you can't get leads, right? So my offer to you might be, I'm going to grow your Instagram account by 30 to 50 followers every single day, right? Boom. Well, what's going to happen? You're like, Will, I have all these new leads. I'm getting tons of followers. Everything's great. But what is the next problem? I can't close them. I need your help. So guess what? I solved the first problem, but now we're into the second problem, which is you need help with maybe it's DM conversations, maybe it's sales, maybe whatever it is. Okay, cool, right? So now, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to repeat the process again, which is, oh my gosh, I'm closing clients. I have leads. But what's the next problem, guys? Anybody know? I can't handle all the business. That's the next problem. So I have leads now. I'm closing leads on demand, but I can't do it all. All right? Systems, teams, operations, all this other stuff. So that is the next ascension or process. So what I see a lot of people do is they try to sell everything at once. So like, I'm going to get you leads, I'm going to teach you DMs, I'm going to teach you how to close, and all this stuff. And they're like, it's $10,000 or $20,000. And a lot of people are so focused on this one problem, which is I need leads, that they're not even here yet, but you're trying to sell them that. So my goal with prospects and clients is I want to get you the first problem solved so that you can pay me more money to get the next problem solved. So to me, this is the best way to essentially break down the skepticism of the marketplace right now so that you can build more trust to get people to pay you more money without necessarily making any crazy claims. You're just helping people one step at a time. So if this video helped, guys, what I'd love for you to do is make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you want to schedule a call with me for a one-on-one consultation, there is a link below. But once again, I hope this training was valuable.